So this is the first class regarding discussion of how to use Matlab. So for example, in our case, as a very beginner, I have already installed Matlab version R2018B. So for example, I'm just starting up the app, and today we'll discuss what are the interface we have. So for example, in my case, so essentially there are two interface. One is if I am writing a script, then we will have a script phase, otherwise it will come by default to the command window page. So this is a command window, and for example, if I want to create or if I want to open some old script or Matlab file I created, anything what you want to open. So if I, for example, I'm opening one of the my old script. So there is two window. One is for the script whatever I am writing, and another one is the command window. They are totally different, and you can actually reorganize if you think that uh, you want to make it maximize or undock. You can do that aspect. For example, if I'm doing undocking, so it will be a separate window coming out. So this will be, in this case, your the function file where you will edit or do something, and here we will be having the command window. So you can do this process, you can dock it back again. So for example, just we are splitting two window. So this is the thing, this is about talking about window. For example, I am removing this my script file is all .m, and the basic structure I will show. It is already written. Any script is actually a assemble of some commands what you want to run, maybe one after another. So those sequence, the starting line is very important. It will start always with function and a function name, and then the rest of the things we will discuss later, not now. So that will be any MATLAB script file we want to write. I will discuss it later. For example, I am closing it. So this is our command window. Command window, we can do anything, any mathematical operation, even symbolic operation can be done. But now, for example, I am simply writing a mathematical operation, x equal to 7. Just simple. You see, it is not showing because I put a semicolon here, so output is not shown in the command window. But if I simply write x equal to 7, you will see it is coming x equal to 7. If I simply type 8, then it will be assigned to a variable. If there is no variable name, it will be assigned to a default variable that is known name is answer, ANS. You see, so now answer variable is 8. Now we have created two variables, one is x, another is answer, and both the variables are now available to us. It is still available. So that means those variables are now in my workspace. So if I want to see what are there in my workspace variable, if you want to check, the other option is open variable. You'll see answer and x is coming. This is the two variable created, but it has not been removed. It is still there. So when a program runs, until or unless a new value is going to clean them, those things will be there until the execution is over. So for example, here x is 7, answer is 8, and for example y equal to, for example, I'm creating one matrix or vector 1 2 3 4, maybe 5. So I created this one. So in my window now three variables are there. Okay, so answer, you can open any one of them and you can see also. So for example, it is 1 by 4 double because it is the data vector. 1 2 3 5 are those values. So just I'm closing it, I don't want to see it now. So three things are created. Now for example, I want to remove all history, then we have option to clear var or clear all. If I say clear all, that means you see now variables are not there. That means from memory all the earlier created variables are removed. You see, these syntax are actually useful in command window as well as when I'm writing a script. I can also do the same thing. Now for example, our screen is so badly showing up so many things. I want to clean it up. Then option is there, CLC, clear the screen option. You see all things are cleaned, but this is only cleaning the screen, not the variable. Variable will be cleared by clear all. If I want to clear everyone, if you don't want to clear everyone, then you can specify the name, what variable you want to clear. So actually you can do any sorts of mathematical problem, even write up a long script here in command prompts, and you can do those solutions. Or else you can uh, make a script and run it. So let's see how to create a script. Very simple. We will create. So for example, I want to create a new script. I'll create as a function name. That will be more easy. Then output, all those things will come. But if there is no output is not required in the first case, then you can create like just name function test. That's all. Now there are two options. One is I can close a Matlab script file, either putting end, so function, it will be a name. You should keep in mind the name should be always continuous. You cannot put like test space 1, those things are not allowed. You should have to make it underscore is allowed, but any other number letter is allowed. Special characters are not allowed. So for example, I am creating name test2. So this is the function name I created, text2. It has no pre-input and there is no output, so that's why function just name is there. Otherwise you could have created as the syntax was showing, you can create a function separately. I will discuss later. So this is mostly when you will write a MATLAB script, our syntax will be like this. This is the main function. End is not compulsory, but if you put a end, you should maintain the habit throughout all other function also. So you cannot put here end and another function you are creating, you are not putting end. That is not allowed. So better, I'll, for example, I am writing uh, for example, s equal to for example, I want to have input from command window, or maybe for this class, for example, I'm releasing it. X equal to, for example, 5. I'm putting a semicolon so it will not be shown when executing. Then for example, y equal to a square. So we are showing how making a square. And then for example, z equal to s plus y, very small script. I'm putting everywhere semicolon. And last, for example, print, for example, I want to say the values. Now for example, not print, I'll say rather display, single line, display our chat, for example. So this is the script I created. I want to run it. Run means this one. I have to save it first somewhere. Somewhere is your choice. You can put it any place. For example, I'm putting it, preferably you put all those files in a specified location. You will have not much confuse. For example, I'm going for desktop. I'll choose desktop and I'll create one new folder, giving a name testing. So in this folder I have to put the file name. File name and function name should be same. For example, I'm saving it as test.m. So I'm creating, saving the file. But you see, it is asking to change the folder. Yes, change the folder. You see now my working directory for my work is becoming user bmonthly desktop testing. And here some color is there because you see my file, you want to see the file, where in the file you see in my desktop. For example, this is the testing folder and I created a file, Matlab file, you see Matlab code. It is test underscore test, its name is test underscore test.m. But when I see the inside, the function name is test2, there is a conflict, you cannot do that. It will always give you the, any problem is there, it will highlight you with a red line, and it will also give you the option to fix. Fix is means you just make the same name. You see, now it is gone. Now for example, I want to run. You see, it is coming test 30. Test is the function name, and the value is displaying z value is for example 30. It is showing this value, so we can run it any script using run command. One small thing I will tell you also, when you are going to check how the calculation is going on, you can put a random breakpoint. So for example, I am putting a breakpoint here, set and clear. I am putting a breakpoint here. For example, I can put many breakpoint, and for example, I am start running again. So it is waiting now. It is waiting for my input, and you will see the syntax in command window. Here s equal to 5 is there because s is 5. Then y is s square, so it is still not done. If I move it continue, then that line will be over. So it has completed y 25, z equal to 25 plus 5 30, and display z, just variable 30. So if I just finish it off, it will show me the values 30. So this way actually you can complete. Now let's show you another one variant. So this is the function name, no input was there. I'm just going s5yz and continue to finish 30. Now for example, I want to clear the screen, clear all variable I cleared. If I don't clear, what is going to happen over here? Not at this point, some old write-up will be there. So generally when we write something, we will always put clear all, close, into say. And anything else? Clear screen. So you see, screen is cleared, everything is gone, nothing is remaining. Value is coming 30. So any old write-up, clear all will clear. This is not required anyway because there is no old variables are not there. Close all is a different one. Close all is actually used to close any figure. For example, I am making a figure. I will discuss it later. For example, plot 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 versus 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So just I'm making a plot. You see, one plot is created, not very good, and its name always come as figure 1. If you don't give figure name, it will come as figure 1. If I make another plot, it will come another figure, but it will be replaced. Now this figure is there already. For example, I am running this code. What will happen if I don't put close all? Okay, now another thing. If I put hash, I'm sorry, percentage, then this code will not be used. So percentage is just to avoid a line or skip a line. So for example, I'm running. Done. My figure is still there. You see, I created figure, is still there. But if I see, I make it close all and I'm running it again, the first thing will be that the figure will be closed. You see, now figure is not there. So basically this is a Matlab file which will start with the function and name. The name can be anything, name can be figure, I'm sorry, name can be the file name, whatever you're using, the same name should be there, that's all. If it is not there, it will ask you to clarify. And your working directory, when your script Matlab file is there, for example in testing, any data, any output storing purpose, it will be moving to the same directory. So that means if I'm running really some serious work I'm planning to do, that means this folder for example, so this is my Matlab file. From here only I will have my data. So this script can only access data which is available in the same folder. Any output will generate will come also in the same folder. So this folder is very important. I mean to say the working folder. Working folder will be always used by the Matlab. So any folder you can create anywhere. But where is the Matlab command file? The data and outputs will be stored. Now I was telling end. Okay, if I don't have the end, no problem. It will still work. Okay, fine. So end is not compulsory, but if you put an end, you have to maintain it always. So this is the main function, and I will say Matlab script. You can have many more other functions below that which will be called there. I will discuss about function in our next class.